So just yesterday, a friend of mine and I were talking about just different companies, things that have been staples in this tech industry. We talked about Microsoft, just not doing things that are new, just a lot of the same stuff over and over again. And they got so big and they were like, hey, we're huge, so we can just hang out and rest on their laurels. We talked about Palm, the patriarch of the handheld mobile industry, gone. And the fact that while both of these companies kind of deserve their fate, it's still a little bit of a shame to see it happen. I think I felt more of that than he did. He was like, fuck them. Bad business is bad business. And while I agree with that, you never think that some of these names are going to be gone. I don't think Microsoft's going to be gone by any means. But, fallen from grace, I guess, as it were. So, today, I see a video. Microsoft, you are killing me. Windows Phone Mango. It's Windows Phone 7 if you took Windows Phone 7 and made it worse. Kind of. Now, rather than sitting here and spouting and screaming and getting told that I'm a moron and I'm a hater, I took some notes on what I saw. And now I'm going to go through my notes, and these are just bullets, so I will expand on them all. But I'm going to talk to you about the things that I found that I don't like and try to be factual. Not just what I don't like, my reactions. Opinion-based, knee-jerk reactions for something that I saw for 10 whole minutes. This is not a year of usage, and here's how I feel about it. This is just first reactions. Okay? Just like anything you see, and then you go, oh, I don't know about that. Just first reactions. These could be wrong. All this could change between now and when these devices hit and presumably sit on the shelves. So here's what we have. IE9. He talks to you about how you've probably heard that IE9 can be downloaded to your PC. Now you can have it on your phone. As far as I know, IE10 is being fielded. Why would we be proud of bringing a piece of software, a version of software that's old on the desktop and being replaced to a phone? I get that phones aren't going to be as up to date, but to be like, you can have this on your PC and it's so wonderful there, so now it's going to be wonderful here too. It's being replaced on the PC. So I'm not really sure about that. Local Scout. So you can type in like ice cream on your phone and it shows you like places to go get ice cream. Be like, oh, well, here's a sale on ice cream at the ShopRite, or you can go over to Cold Stone Creamery because there's ice cream there, and then there's a map entry for it, and then all different things. Then, oh, somebody sent you a text message that said, I fucking love ice cream, and then you can interact with that person about it. It's like, it's Bing. Okay. I will say, Bing, I'm going to come back to that, actually. Again, with the infinite scroll. Just boxes, and you just like, and it just goes on for days as this thing just keeps going and going and going. And you go, stop. No, I passed it. Go back. I mean, it's just like, they did add like panning, so like when you finally stop at one of these ridiculous boxes, you can pan over to the side and get extra information. So I guess that's a little bit cool. I mean, it's helpful, it's informative. It was a smart move. They got rid of the blue boxes. Ah, no more blue boxes. You're going to be so excited. Guess what's there instead? Red boxes! Yes. Boxes. Multitasking. Now that's innovative. We have a device in our hands that can do more than one thing at a time. I can't even stand it. God, how do they think of these things? Apps are probably going to require updates though, aren't they? Same thing. The iPhone's like, I can do multitasking now. and then you would change from one app to the other and go back to the original app and you're back at the beginning because the app didn't get the update, and it was like a real pain in the ass for us. Apple didn't tell us any of that shit. They're like, you can multitask if the app supports it. So you're playing a game and like, you know, you want to change back to something and then you go back to the game and you're back at the fucking beginning. Thanks, Apple, for not telling us. Microsoft, you want to copy everything, don't copy the bad stuff. Let us know. The apps are going to need to be updated. You can pin things to home, and this was kind of cool. So he was talking about Best Buy, and he's looking at a TV, and the TV's out of stock. So he can take and pin a tile to his home screen. So now at the bottom of his infinite scroll of 9,000 red boxes, there's now not just a Best Buy webpage clip, but it's also about this TV specifically. So when it comes in stock, it's a live tile, it'll get an update. I do like that. That is pretty cool, but it's just going to be a little bit hard to find. I don't know. They didn't say anything about rearranging these boxes. Ooh. Emails are now threaded. So it's not like inbox, outbox. It's kind of like every other device on the planet, where it's you, me, you, me, you, me, in a threaded view, and then, you know, you, me, and Joe, and then I reply, and then Joe replies, and then, you know, I reply again, and then you reply again, and it's all in a threaded view. Kind of what forums have been since 1997, and, you know, everything else is kind of been for a while now. Aggregate inboxes, not jumping back and forth between my Gmail, my Yahoo, my, I suppose I should say my MSN or Live account. You can aggregate all your inboxes. So you just go to inboxes and it shows you all of your emails. I've seen that someplace else. Oh yeah, iPhone has it, iPad has it, every Android phone I've seen has it. Yep. Bing Vision could be one of the coolest things I've ever seen though. This is amazing. So he's got a book in his hand, and he points his phone, right, and his camera on the phone at this book, and he hits the Bing Vision button. Now, what it does is it recognizes the book, and then it recognizes the book as a book, takes him to the Kindle store, Amazon, and he must have had credit card information pre-stored, or, you know, that's what you would have to do in life, and it downloads the book right into his Kindle app. No hunting, no searching, no UPC scanning, no QR codes, you know, nothing. That was very cool. So imagine you could take a picture, you know, not even a picture, but you hold your camera up to a CD cover. You know, and in Microsoft's case, it downloads it right from the Zune store. Now you own that whole CD digitally. I mean, that's awesome. You know, you can really be out in a store and be like, oh, I want this. And if it's available in some sort of digital DLC, you just point your phone at it, and boom, you own it. That is very, very cool. I mean, it's a way to use augmented reality that's going to improve people's lives, shopping experiences, content owning. I'm amazed at Bing Vision. I love the way it works. So I give credit where it is due, and that's a home run in an app. That's all of it. Overall, I think the problem is that it's over-integrated. You know, on everything else we have our apps, and our apps have their icons, and we go into them. They look like the apps. Facebook looks like Facebook. Foursquare looks like Foursquare. They look like the native ecosystems we've come to digitally reside in. Bing brings everything down to this home screen, to these generic square boxes, you know, and when you go into it, you go into messages, and you'll see Facebook chat and Xbox Live, MSN Messenger chat, and text messages, and it's all on a black screen with white text. And it doesn't look like Facebook, and everything's just black and white with red boxes, and it's square, it's very geometric. There's nothing cool about this plain boringness. I mean, all these phones, these devices have these huge 3, 4, you know, inch AMOLED screens. The resolutions are going up. I mean, the quality of these devices are getting better, and then Microsoft is downplaying the ability of what we see and how we interact with it. People they like to customize, they want backgrounds, and I just don't think that this is smart. It's just too over-integrated with everything. The aggregate solution Microsoft sees it as convenience and bringing everything together for you. I see it as a loss of identity in these things that are a huge part of our life. There are things that are cool. Yes, aggregate inboxes, cool. Not innovative, no vision there, Microsoft. You went, let's do what everybody else has been doing so we can catch up for once. Smart move. But not innovative, no vision there. But other than that, the apps don't need to all be pulled into one. I want to go into an app. I can read and post to Facebook from TweetDeck. I can post to Facebook and Twitter. I can read all my Facebook. I can read all my Twitter in separate columns. I don't. When I'm on Facebook, I want to be on Facebook, in that ecosystem, in that environment, interacting. Some people love it. I personally don't. I tend to think, given how many requests I see from people for a Facebook for iPad app, people want to exist inside of these ecosystems. Phones never leave our side. It's part of our life. It's necessary. And I don't think you're going the right direction. Okay? Mobile has never been your thing. We've said this over and over again. You're giving it the old college try, and I commend you for that. If Mango doesn't work, by the way, Windows Phone 7 was a stupid name. Windows Phone Mango may be an even dumber name. The boxes are red. They're not even like mango colored. They're just like fire engine red. I don't know where that comes from. Anyway, if Windows Phone Mango doesn't work, I think it's time to pull the plug on the mobile space for you guys. At the very least, let's just call a spade. Quit, sugarcoating it for your users. Just come out and be like, listen, guys, we're not hitting home runs. We're breaking our ass to try to do it. Keep up with our competition for you loyal Windows folks. We're doing what we can. But don't be like, so guess what we thought of? This is going to revolutionize your world. It's the same thing that everybody else has had, for 3 or 4 years. Come on. Quit trying to, snow us. We get it. It's not new. You're catching up. You're working in an area that's not your strength, trying to do the right thing. I can respect that, but I don't know. Anyway, I know this is long, super duper long. I haven't had a video this long in a long time, but there was a lot to be said about this. It was all at once. Wanted to get it out. Wanted to be well thought out, deep, planned, so the attackers had a little bit less to say. That's how I feel. If you feel differently, let me know. Be an adult, a mature adult about it. Tell me how you feel. And if you like it, go for it. If you disagree, tell me why. Make a video. Start your own YouTube channel. To say, hey Vic the Geek, you don't like this because you're a moron. That's not really going to get you anywhere. And I'm not going to play into that because I don't care. That's what we got. Sorry for the length. And I will talk to you soon.